अभय चरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद जय विष्णुपाद जगत श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की नामात्र श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गिरिगोवर्धन की वृंदावन धाम की मथुरा धाम की मायापुर धाम की जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगामाई की जमुनाई की तुलसी देवी की भक्ति देवी की श्रीमती राधारानी की हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय गौतम आओ गुरु सत्संग आओ गुरु सत्संग आओ गुरु श्री गुरु नारायण नमस्कृतं नरं चैव देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं रामणे चैव भारती कथा अद्योतन्ते च मध्यं च मूलं करोति वाचालं अङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपास्महं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदिनतारिणे परमानन्दमाधवम्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। 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 श्रीमद् भागवतम 7th canto, chapter 7, text 70. Bhagavatam api guya me yadi shraddhate vachaha vaisarvi dhihi श्रद्धाता श्रीमानं च मे यथा भवतामपि गुह्यन्मे यदि श्रद्धाते वचः वैशार्वीधि श्रद्धता श्रीबालानं च मे यथा भवतामपि गुह्यन्मे यदि श्रद्धते वचः वैशार्वीधि श्रद्धता श्रीबालानं च मे यथा
Bhagavatam guyan yadi sradhatate vachaha vaisharadidi sradhataha Stri balanam cha me yata
Bhavatamapi bhuyanme Yadi sharadate vachaha Vaisharaditi shradataha Stri balanam chameyata
Bhagavatam api puyame.
Bhagavatam api puyame.
Yadi svatadate vacha.
Yadi sharate vacha.
Vaishadaditi swadata.
Vaishadaditi swadata.
Sribalanam chamiyata.
Sribalanam chamiyata.
Bhagavatam api puyame.
Bhagavatam api puyame.
Yadi sararati vacha.
Yadi sharate vacha.
Sarariti sarata.
Vaishadaditi swadata.
Sribalanam chamiyata.
Sribalanam chamiyata.
Bhagavatam. Of yourself. Api. Also. Guya. It may be. May. Of me. Yadi. If. Shraddhavati. You believe in. Vacha. Divas. Vaisarati. Of the most expert. All in relation with the Supreme Lord. The intelligence, Shraddha, because of harmless, stream of women, Narana, of small boys, Cha, also, me, of me, Yatha, just as. Bhagavatam api bhyaram me jadi saddate vachah Vaisarvi dhi saddha prabhav srivanam samirtha. Thanks so much. Srimad Maharaj continued. My dear friends, if you can place your faith in my words, simply by that faith, you can also understand transcendental knowledge, just like me, although you are small children. Similarly, a woman can also understand transcendental knowledge and know what is spirit and what is matter. Purport. The words of Prahlad Maharaj are very important in regard to knowledge descending by the disciplic succession. Even when Prahlad Maharaj was a baby within the womb of his mother, he became fully convinced of the existence of the Supreme Power because of hearing the powerful instructions of Narada and understood how to attain perfection in life by bhakti yoga. These are the most important understandings in spiritual knowledge. Jasya deve para bhakti vatha deve tatha guru tasya te katita yartha prakasante mahatma. Unto those great souls who have implicit faith in both the Lord and the spiritual master, all the imports of Vedic knowledge are automatically revealed. Svatashata Upanishad 6:33. Atha Sri Krishna Namadi na bhavat graham indrai sevam mukhe jivadu shreyam ego sprati yada. No one can understand Krishna as he is by the blunt material senses. But he reveals himself to the devotees, being pleased with them for their transcendental loving service unto him. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1:2-34. Bhaktyanam abhijanati yavan jasyasmi tattvato tattvato mam tattvato gyanta Vishate Tadanantam. one can understand the Supreme Personality as he is only by devotional service. And when one is in full consciousness of the Supreme Lord by such devotion, he can enter into the kingdom of God. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, text 55. These are basic instructions. One must have full faith in the works of the spiritual master and similar faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then the real knowledge of Atma and Paramatma and the distinction between matter and spirit will be automatically revealed. This Atma Tattva or spiritual knowledge will be revealed within the core of a devotee's heart because of his having taken shelter of the lotus feet of a Mahajana such as Prahlad Maharaj. In this verse, the word Viyat may be understood to mean let there be. Prahlad Maharaj offers his blessings to his class friend, saying, also become faithful like me. Become bona fide Vaishnavas. A devotee of the Lord desires for everyone to take to Krishna consciousness. Unfortunately, however, people sometimes do not have staunch faith in the words of the spiritual master who comes by the disciplic succession, and therefore they are unable to understand transcendental knowledge. The spiritual master must be in the line of authorized disciplic succession, like Prahlad Maharaj, who received the knowledge from Narada. If the class friends of Prahlad Maharaj, the sons of demons, were to accept the truth through Prahlad, they would certainly also become fully aware of transcendental knowledge. The words Vaisaradi Dhi refer to intelligence concerning the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is extremely expert. The Lord has created wonderful universes by his expert knowledge. Unless one is extremely expert, he cannot understand the expert management of the Supreme Expert. One can understand, however, if one is fortunate enough to meet a bona fide spiritual master coming in the disciplic succession from Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Mother Lakshmi, or the Kumars. These four sampradayas, or disciplic succession of knowledge and transcendence, are called the Brahma Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, Sri Sampradaya, and Shankara Sampradaya. Kumar Sampradaya. Sampradaya Vihina De Mata Mantras Te Nispara Mata. The knowledge of the Supreme received from such a Sampradaya or disciplic succession can give one enlightenment. If one does not take to the path of disciplic succession, it is not possible for one to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If one understands the Supreme Lord through devotional service with faith in the disciplic succession, and then advances further, he awakens his natural love for God, and then his success in life is assured. भवतामपि भूयानं मे यदि सद्वते वचः वैशारदिधिः श्रद्धातः श्रीमानं च मे यथा. Prahlad Maharaj is saying, if someone will listen from disciplic succession, then he will also develop love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And when someone will listen, he must have head. He should have strong head so that he can listen nicely and he can develop love for Krishna, love for the Supreme Lord. So therefore, the guru is needed, spiritual master is needed. It is said that the knowledge is coming from disciplic successor. And this sampradaya also is mentioned here, 4 sampradayas are there. One should accept one sampradaya, and from that sampradaya he should get the knowledge about the Supreme Lord Krishna. And these sampradayas, 4 sampradayas are bona fide sampradayas, it is said in Kali. Chattaraste Koro Bhanda, Kone Purushottama. Among these 4 sampradayas, the Brahma Madhya Sampradaya is the most important sampradaya because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he accepted this Brahma Madhya Sampradaya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is non-different from Krishna. Krishna himself came as a bhakta to teach us bhakti yoga. So therefore, one must accept this sampradaya, Brahma Madhya Sampradaya. Then one can develop bhakti for Bhagavan Krishna. So, our consciousness is very low consciousness. So therefore, we are not able to discriminate what is matter and what is spirit. We are not able to understand about the presence of the soul. Therefore, we are always engaged in giving pleasure to our body and mind. So only by the mercy of the Sadguru, one can elevate himself to Krishna consciousness, and his consciousness will develop. Then he will be able to know himself, Paramatma, and the matter. By the mercy of Guru Padakam, Gurudev's street, one can get Krishna. Without the mercy of Gurudev, one cannot get Krishna. So, therefore, one must serve to Gurudev, accept Gurudev, so to speak, and serve him. So only Gurudev has power to make someone a bhakta. No one else can make a bhakta. The bhakta only can be made by a guru. A Sadguru, true guru, can make a bhakta. Otherwise, one cannot become a bhakta. So therefore, Prahlad Maharaj is saying that if you listen with faith to me, then you can also become bhakta. You can also get the transcendental knowledge. So if we listen from Gurudev, then we can also become bhakta and we can have also transcendental knowledge. So, therefore it is said, no one can make bhakta unless Gurudev. Except Gurudev, no one can make us bhakta. Jiva will get all auspiciousness when he will worship a Vaishnava bhakta. Generally, people, they do worship of Krishna or Vishnu. Generally, they don't worship Vaishnava or Bhakta. But unless one will worship Vaishnava Bhakta, he cannot get Krishna. So therefore, Gaura Sundar Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came here to this material world and he acted like Guru. He taught us how to serve Krishna. And he so close that Guru Pada Padma, the lotus feet of Guru is more important than the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord Krishna. Bhagavan Krishna also saying, Madhvakta Puja Vyadika. Bhagavan Krishna also himself also saying, admitting that my Bhakta's puja is greater than my puja. Tadyanam. So, Guru Padapadma, how one can get Guru Padapadma? If he will have faith, then he can get Guru Padapadma. He can get the mercy of Guru Padapadma. That our Maharaj is saying this thing. That if you will develop faith, you can also become devotee. You can also get darshan from all and you can become devotee. Gurudev is non-different from Bhagavan. But he is more worshipable than Bhagavan Krishna. By doing sadhu sangha, by going for sadhu sangha, and if we will do Shravan Kirtana with the sadhu sangha, sadhu's association, then our bhajan kriya will start. Bhajan kriya will start. Then we can do kirtan, nice kirtan or complete kirtan of Bhagavan Krishna. That is called Samyak Kirtan. Sankirtan. Samyak Kirtan, Sankirtan. So more we do Samyak Kirtan, the more we will become free from all types of anarthas. When we will become free from anarthas, then we will develop Nishtha. Nishtha, when one will come to Nishtha, then he will start Hari Kirtan, he will do Hari Kirtan, Hari Bhajan constantly, always. And by doing always Hari Kirtan, Hari Bhajan, he will develop taste, one type of taste of that, ruchi. And after getting the ruchi, taste of Hari Bhajan, Hari Kirtan, then he will develop some type of attachment towards Krishna. And that is called asakti. With asakti, after asakti, one will get bhava stage. Bhava stage, that is just before the prema, love. That is bhava stage. So one has to come to this prema stage, love of Godhead. So that is sthai bhava. It's called sthai bhava. Due to sthai bhava, one can get the prema, love of Godhead. So therefore, what to do? How we can get this prema? Unless we will chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra 24 hours, unless we will do Hari Bhajan 24 hours, we cannot develop our nishtha, ruchi, asakti, bhava and prema. So, one should always think that, oh, everyone, they are doing Hari Bhajan nicely, but I am not able to do Hari Bhajan nicely. So those who are really engaged in Hari Bhajan, they think like that I am not doing Hari Bhajan. My Hari Bhajan is not nice Hari Bhajan. So those who will have so much anartha, so they will go for Krishna itara vastu, other than Krishna. They will always think about other than Krishna. Krishna itara vastu. They do not serve Krishna, they serve Maya. So if someone will not listen Krishna Katha and listen other topics, other types of village talk or village topics, then this will become Krishna Tara Katha, Itara Katha. And this Itara Katha will not develop bhakti in our heart. And one will not get auspiciousness. All inauspiciousness will come. So, whatever words somebody is using, from that we should know whether Krishna Katha is there or not. Whether he is speaking Krishna Katha or something else. If something else one is speaking, then we should not have any interest to listen this thing. We should always try to listen to Krishna Katha. Regarding Krishna, about Krishna we should listen. Otherwise we should not listen. We should not go to listen to any other material topics. We should not have any interest. So therefore, if someone is listening Krishna Katha, then he is engaged in seva. That is, Krishna Katha listening also seva. Savana is seva. So if someone is listening the words about Krishna, that is one type of seva. 9 types of seva is mentioned, and then the Savana is the first seva. So then all types of inauspiciousness will go. So Gurudev is a Prakrita, he is transcendental one. He is not Prakrita or he is material one, spiritual one. So whatever he speaks all transcendental words. So we should very attentively listen to Gurudev. So that words, if will enter into our ears, then our all types of unconsciousness will go. Consciousness will develop. So if the words of Gurudev is not entering into our ears, that means we are just like deaf. We are not able to hear anything. So Gurudev is always attracting the devotees to his lotus feet. If we will go away from Gurudev's lotus feet for a single moment, then we will forget everything. Forget about Krishna, forget about Guru. And we will be deprived of knowing about the absolute truth. So, if someone will know the absolute truth, so he must develop nishtha. He must solve the absolute truth. We have very little lifetime. Our lifetime is very short, very limited lifetime. And that during that lifetime, we must not think about anything material. We must think about spiritual things, about transcendental things, about Krishna Haribhajan. So we should be engaged in Haribhajan. When we are in this life, we must do our Haribhajan nicely. So my Gurudev's lotus feet, I am seeing everywhere. This Gurudev's lotus feet is reflected everywhere. Every object, I can see my Gurudev's lotus feet. So half Krishna, half Asrayata Guru. Asray Vigraha Gurudev. So together they become two, complete. Gurudev is Purna Patiti. He is, as avoda love, he is complete, and Krishna as object of love, he is also complete. So, whole life will have to serve Bhagavan Krishna. Guru Pada Padma, he teaches us this thing. Whole life one should serve Guru Pada, Bhagavan Krishna. So, Gurudev is showing this thing to us always. So Guru Pada Padma is reflected in every object, and so therefore Gurudev is present everywhere. So we can see Gurudev everywhere. So without listening, we cannot understand Advaita Jnana Tattva, the absolute one. So by any type of effort, we cannot know him without the mercy of Gurudev. By the mercy of Gurudev, Advaita Jnana Tattva, Bhagavan Krishna, he will appear before us. That time we can serve him nicely. When we will see the absolute one, then we should serve him. Pranapatra. So we will dedicate our life to just listen to Krishna Katha. Here, Prahlad Maharaj is giving importance on this, that one must listen. Transcendental knowledge one get by listening also. With that one should listen. Shraddha-bhakti, with faith one must listen. If someone is having faith, then he is having the right to listen. If someone is not having faith, he cannot listen. So, Sravana means seva-bhuti. One will serve. If he is listening, then he will serve. So to whom he will serve? He will serve the Absolute One. Advaita Jnana, Brajandaram Krishna will serve. And Gurudev always giving us this information that you should serve the Supreme Lord Krishna. So therefore, one must not see the difference between Gurudev and Bhagavan himself. Bhagavan's manifestation is Gurudev. Gurudev is the manifestation of Bhagavan. So, even if we will chant the name of Bhagavan, but if we are not thinking that Gurudev is also Bhagavan, then that chanting will not help us. So therefore, Krishna said to Uddhava, Acharya man pidanyat navamanya karichit namakta vidyasya. So you should know that Gurudev, Acharya is just like you. Don't think that he is an ordinary person or he is to be disobeyed, he is to be respected, always don't disrespect him. So, therefore, as we will see Bhagavan, we should see Gurudev also. We should not minimize Gurudev. Sadhu, Pandit, scholarly one, Brahman, all their duty is to know Gurudev, to know Guru, who is Guru. So, and when they will know who is Guru, they should start worshipping Guru Puja, Guru Seva. If they will not do that, then they cannot become disciples. They cannot become Shishya. So if someone will serve Guru, someone will worship Guru, then they can become bona fide Shishya, disciples. So Bhagavan is coming here to teach how to serve him, how to worship him. He is coming to teach us as Guru. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, Bhagavan Krishna, but he came here as Bhakta and he taught us how to serve Bhagavan Krishna. Mukunda, Bhagavan Mukunda, he is Sabya Bhagavan. He is to be served. But Gurudev, he is Mukunda Prashna. He is very, very dear to Mukunda. And he is Asraya Bhagavan. Mukunda is Vishaya Bhagavan, object of law. And Gurudev is abode of law. Sevaka Bhagavan. So, no one is dear to me like my Gurudev. My Gurudev is very dear to me. In this world, no one is dear to me. Only my Gurudev is dear to me. So, as long we are remaining in this material world, so we must do Hari Bhajan. And then only we can get all auspiciousness. That is taught by our Gurudev. Gurudev is teaching this. In this material world, so-called relatives, relations, friends, brothers, they will not remain here. But Gurudev will remain here always with us. But the relations and friends, they will not remain with us always. So therefore, we must serve Gurudev just like we will serve Bhagavan Krishna, we should serve. So if we are getting opportunity to serve Bhagavan and serve Gurudev and we are not serving, that means we are losing. We are losing everything. Coming to this material world, as a human being, we are not able to serve Guru, not able to serve Lord Hari. That means we lost. So, a jiva can read so many shastras, so many scriptures, so many books, but or he can, by his own style, he can do his own bhajan. But he will not get any auspiciousness. So, who is serving to the Absolute One? If we will take shelter of him, then our bhajan will be bona fide. Our seva will be bona fide. By our own style, we cannot do bhajan, we cannot do seva. So therefore, if we will serve Bhagavan Krishna, if we will do Hari Bhajan, then we will have to do it under the guidance of Guru, following submissively Gurudev. Anurutya. This is called Anurutya. And this Anurutya will bring all types of auspiciousness. So, Vaishnava's real property is Bhagavan, Lord Hari or Narayan. So if we will beg Narayan, beg to the Lord to give us himself, so he may not be able to give him fully. He cannot give himself fully. But if we will ask to his devotee, his dear devotee, Gurudev, so Gurudev can give us fully Narayan, fully. That means one can get completely Bhagavan Krishna by the mercy of Gurudev. Even Bhagavan Krishna, he himself cannot give him totally. Totally he cannot be able to give. But Guru Padma can give us completely Bhagavan Krishna. Totally you can get Bhagavan Krishna from him. So we will have to listen the Bani statement of Srimad Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If we will listen Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Bani, then we will be able to see the Supreme Lord, Lord Hari or Jagannath. By this material vision, we will not be able to see the Lord. Very much impossible. It is totally impossible to see Lord Hari by this material vision. So how then one can see the Lord? If you will make this vision devotional one, then only he will be able to see the Supreme Lord. Now how one will make the vision devotional one? By the mercy of the Premi Bhakta, one can develop this prem. Premanjana Suita Bhakti Lochana Santa Sadeva Hudaya Siddhokanti Jamshana Sundara Machinta Guna Sarupam Govinda Nadi Purusanta Mahamadajan. So when one will anoint this love ointment in his eyes, then he will be able to see the Supreme Lord, beautiful form of Supreme Lord, always in their heart. So therefore, by the mercy of Gurudev, only one can develop this type of vision, this devotional eyes. And by the devotional eyes, one will be able to see the Supreme Lord, beautiful Lord. Otherwise, one cannot see the Bhagavan's beautiful form. So therefore, Mahaprabhu, he taught us how he was seeing Jagannath. He was going to Jagannath Puri temple. He was seeing Jagannath standing at the back of the Garuda there. Garuda Stamba. There is Garuda Stamba. If someone has gone inside, he might have seen that there is a place where Mahaprabhu was always standing and seeing Jagannath at the back of the Garuda. That means by the mercy of Bhakta, one will be able to see Bhagavan. Without the mercy of Bhakta, one will not be able to see Bhagavan. So by the mercy of Gurudev, Mahaprabhu was seeing Jagannath, and he taught us how to see Jagannath, how to see the Supreme Lord. Nitya Vastu. Bhagavan Krishna is Nitya Vastu. He is eternal. And our relationship with Bhagavan is also eternal. Because we have forgotten about him, he has gone far away from us. We are not able to see him. So if we develop our seven mukha karma, the ear is ready to serve. Seven mukha karma and seven mukha jiva. The tongue and the ear is ready to serve. Ear will listen Krishna Katha and tongue will speak Krishna Katha. That means Shravan Kirtana. So if we will listen Krishna Katha and we will speak Krishna Katha, so then our all sin, whole activity, all the sins will be removed and we will become very pure. When we will become pure, then we will be able to see Bhagavan. So therefore, one must listen properly from the bona fide Guru, bona fide Acharya. Then all types of inauspiciousness will go. We will have to serve to the lotus feet of Bhagavan Krishna, how we will be attracted towards Bhagavan Krishna if we not listen about him. If we listen about him, then we will be attracted towards him. Then we will be able to serve him and we can come to him. Because unless we listen about Krishna, then our attraction towards material objects will never go. It will always remain. When we listen about Krishna, then our attraction for material objects will go. Then we will get attracted towards Supreme Lord Krishna. So Krishna is Nitya and supremely he is auspicious one. He is eternal and supremely auspicious. So we should not go away from him. We should not be detached from him. We should always develop attachment for him. So we will go to Guru Pada Padma and we will listen from him. And if whatever we will listen, if we will speak or if we will chant or repeat, then we can do our seva 100%. So one should serve Bhagavan Krishna 100%. Not 10%, 50% or 60%. He should serve Bhagavan Krishna 100%. Apratihat seva. Ahetuki apratihata. Ahetuki without condition and apratihata uninterrupted seva. There should not be any interruption in seva. So, our Gurudev is always serving Bhagavan Krishna. That we can see from him, and we should also learn how to serve Bhagavan Krishna. So if we will follow Guru Pada Padma, then we can also serve Bhagavan Krishna 100%. So Guru Pada Padma is not material. Gurudev's lotus feet is not material. We are foolish, so we cannot understand the language. So Gurudev is very merciful. He is speaking in such a language that we, the foolish person, we can understand it. So this way, Gurudev is showering mercy on us. And Gurudev is just removing all types of foolishness and engaging me in Krishna Seva. So, and he is developing sadhu vritti. Sadhu vritti means what it says, sadhu tendency or sadhu nature in our heart. So, by sadhu vritti, we can serve Bhagavan Krishna. But how we develop the sadhu vritti without sadhu sangha? So, if we will develop sadhu vritti, we will have to go for sadhu sangha. By sadhu sangha, we can develop the sadhu. Asat vastu tyaga, sad vastu graham. Asat vastu tyaga. We should give up all types of this asat, bad things, and we should accept the true asat, sat vastu. So, this type of advice, this type of instruction comes from Gurudev. You should always try to accept the truth. So sadhu, they don't give any other instruction. They just give instruction how to accept the truth, the absolute truth. So, Jiva is having so many duties. In this material world, we can see the Jiva, they are having so many types of duties. But the topmost duty is to serve Krishna or Vishnu. That is the topmost duty. So no other duty should be there. The only duty is to serve Krishna and Karsana. Karsana means Bhakta, Vaishnava Seva. So Krishna Seva and Vaishnava Seva. This is the topmost duty of Jiva. So, who knows the truth, we must surrender to him. That means we must surrender to Gurudev because Gurudev knows the truth. So, if someone will take shelter of the bhakti, or one will go for bhakti and completely will depend on Bhagavan Krishna, then he has no other responsibility in this material world. All the responsibility is finished. Because he is completely depending on Bhagavan Krishna. So, Atma does not need anything, any dirty things. Rather, body and mind then want all dirty things. Atma always wants pure Bhagavan, Krishna Seva, Krishna Samandha, this relationship with Krishna. So that is the Atma's need. But the Jiva, those who are having body consciousness, they are looking for dirty things. In this material world, so many dirty things are there. So some they are going for pious activities. These pious activities also will not help us. Papa and punya, sinful activities and pious activities, both are considered. We don't need to do pious activities. So some they think that they are doing nice activities, they are doing pious activities, but it will never help them to realize the Supreme Lord Krishna. This pious activities is really very treacherous one. Because it will give some type of happiness and finally it will bring someone to this material world again. So these pious activities also is not together. Therefore, Guru Pada Padma, he always says that don't go for sinful activities or pious activities. You just go for devotional service, bhakti. No papa, no punya, only bhakti. So our Swarup, we are saying that our Swarup, we are Krishna's Nityadasa. That is not body's Swarup or mind Swarup. That is Atma Swarup. Atma Swarup is, Atma is Krishna's eternal servitor. His body and mind, Swarup is not Atma Swarup. Krishna is called Gopi Bhakta, maintainer of gopis. So if we can become Dasan Dasa of his lotus feet, then we will remain in our soul. That is our soul. So, Srimad Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he assumed the Bhakta Bhava, Bhakta, and he taught that Brahma, Kshatriya, Vaishya, this Varna, and Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Banaprastha, Sannyas, this consideration is not Swarup consideration. This is not our Swarup. I am not a Brahma, I am not a Sannyasi, I am not a Grihastha. So I am Dasana Das. Gopi Bhakti Pada Kamala Dasana Dasa. So it is Mahaprabhu's statement. Mahaprabhu's statement. Those who are having this desire for Varnasrama Dharma, so they cannot do Hari Bhajan. As long we will have desire to practice Varnasrama Dharma, we cannot go for Hari Bhajan. So those who are remaining in Varna and Ashrama, they cannot enter into the Lord kingdom of Bhagavan. Prema Seva. They cannot do Prema Seva, the loving services. And also, every step there is danger. So therefore, we will have to go beyond this Varnasrama Dharma. In order to get this loving services, we have to go beyond the Varnasrama. So our only duty is to do Sri Krishna Kirtan. Krishna Kirtan is our only duty. By doing this Krishna Kirtan, 7 types of auspiciousness will be there. Cheta Darpan Marjanam, Bhavamaha Bhavan Nidapam, Sreya Preva Chandrika Vitaram, Vidyabhava Jivanam, Anandam Vivartanam, Patipada Kirnam Vitaswadam, Sarvatma Srapanam, Param Jayati Sri Krishna Sampradaya. The 7 types of auspiciousness is there if someone is chanting the name of Bhagavan. So if our Cheta Darpan, Chitta, this heart, is having some dark. So what will happen? If there is some dark in our heart, what will happen? The one will enter into Karma Kanda. Vaidika Karma Kanda. Vedic Karma Kanda. She will follow Vedic Karma Kanda. So, either Vedic Karma Kanda or Jnana Kanda. You will go for Karma or Jnana. If Chitta Darpana, this mirror, heart, is cleansed, pure, then you will go for Bhakti. You will never go for Karma Kanda or Jnana Kanda. Because Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, if someone is following Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda, then he will go for enjoyment. Both Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda gives enjoyment. So by that, our heart is becoming polluted, contaminated. So by Sri Krishna Sankirtana, this heart will be cleansed, purified. So therefore, he said, Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtana. So Jiva should follow Sadguru, and under his guidance, he has to enter into Chaitanya Rajya, consciousness. He developed consciousness by following the Sadguru. Hari Seva. If someone will do Hari Seva, he will become free from this false ego. Right ego and false ego. 2 types of ego is there. Right ego is that I am Krishna's God. And false ego, I am so and so, I am the doer, I can do everything. That is false ego. So, if someone will serve Bhagavan Lord Hari, then he will become free from the false ego. So then he will be able to enter into Goloka Dham. Jiva Krishna's tiny part and parcel of Bhagavan Krishna. Still, he is not material. Jivatma, though he is a tiny part and parcel of Bhagavan Krishna, he is not material. he is also spiritual. So by doing this seva without any duplicity, without any hypocrisy, if he is serving Lord Hari, so he can become free from everything and he can be considered as mukta kula. That means liberated, really liberated one. And when one will become really liberated, he will not think about this material samsara, material world. So we are all lahu. Only heavy is guru. Guru is heavy. Guru means heavy. Lahu means light. We are all light. We are not heavy like Guru. So we are lahu. And we are even more than lahu. Gurudev is heavy, even more than heavy. Why Gurudev is heavy? Because he is serving to Bruhat Vastu, the largest one. He is serving the largest one, so therefore he is very heavy. And we are more than low because we are engaged in all types of light activities, low activities. Therefore we are low. So, if we can think that we are low, then only we can understand how heavy is Gurudev. If we will not think that we are low, that we cannot see Gurudev's heaviness, how heavy Gurudev is. Gurudev, we said that Gurudev is Mukunda Prashta. He is very dear to Mukunda, Bhagavan Krishna. So because he does seva, nice seva, topmost seva to Guru, Bhagavan Krishna. So therefore he is dearmost to Bhagavan Krishna. So those who are very dear to Bhagavan Krishna, among them Guru Padma is one. So he is giver of all auspiciousness. So he is very dear to Bhagavan Krishna. Therefore we say Krishna Prasthaya Bhuta. Krishna Prasthaya Bhuta. In this material world, we can see he is very dear to Bhagavan Krishna. Krishna is only object of love. And Gurudev is above of love. Guru Krishna is Vishaya Vigraha, Gurudev is Asra Vigraha. So, Asra Vigraha and Vishaya Vigraha. With this Asra Vigraha, Vishaya Vigraha can do many types of leelas. So, Bhagavan Krishna, he does leela, different pastimes with the Asra Vigraha. These gopis are also Asra Vigraha. Gurudev is Asra Vigraha. The Bhaktas are also Asra Vigraha. So Bhagavan does all types of leela with the Asra Vigraha. So Bhagavan does leela with Gurudev. So therefore, Gurudev is the most Asra Vigraha. Therefore, we must see that Gurudev is to be served just like Bhagavan Krishna. Then only we can get the transcendental knowledge. So we should have head and we should go and listen from Gurudev, then we can get transcendental knowledge. Then we can also become very pure. by doing Hari Bhajan. So Hari Bhajan will be possible only after accepting Guru Pada. Hare Krishna.
Hari
जय श्रीमद् भागवत महाराज की
जय।
जय श्री प्रभुपाद महाराज की जय श्री गुरुदेव की श्री राधा राधा कंठ की श्री रघुनाथ गौर सुभद्र देवी की श्री शनिकाय गौर सुंदर की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की हिताय गौर
जय श्री श्रीमान
जय श्री प्रभुपाद
जय।
Today's live stream, devotees are listening live. So I will request the devotees to ask questions through the microphone, so we can't listen live.
It's, you're being recorded live for today, so everyone can see. So they would like to hear the questions also with the microphone.
Thank you. Internet.
Gurudev, you said that through Hari Sankirtan you can develop these 7 types of auspiciousness. So my question is, what type of chanting produces that? Is it only pure chanting, only Shuddham that you get the 7 types of auspiciousness, or also on the Namava stage?
This 7 types of auspiciousness will come if someone will chant nicely. Nicely means without committing offense. Namabhasa, something will be there, but this pure name should be chanted. You should try to chant pure name.
So Gurudev, how can one go from Namavas to the pure name?
If someone will not commit any offense, then he will chant pure name. Namava stage 1 is very carefully he is chanting, he knows that he may commit offense, therefore he is very careful in chanting. That is Namava stage. Then he will be able to chant without committing any offense, then that will become pure name. So this is the process. By chanting only, one can get 7 types of auspiciousness. First of all, his heart will be cleansed, then slowly, one by one.
Guru Maharaj, Vasudev Prabhu asking this question. So, when one will start to chant pure name? Only when he is totally free from anarthas.
Yeah.
So before that, this is another niriti stage. One is chanting Namavas,
Yeah.
different stages.
Nama Parad, Nama. Pure name only one is free from offense.
Also, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is praying, how can I purify myself? I don't remember exact words, but he's saying, my chanting cannot purify me. He's saying like that, I need your mercy.
Yeah.
So it means Guru seeing the seriousness of the disciple who is trying and not giving up the try, yet he's not getting purified. So then Guru Maharaj will shower mercy.
Yeah.
And then,
Guru's mercy is more important.
so how can one please Guru if he's full of anarthas? One should please Guru to get the mercy.
He should cry before Guru. He should cry. Therefore, this bhakti yoga means cry. One should cry. I am not able to give up my mantras. I am not able to come out from these simple activities. This one should cry.
We are not even able to consider ourselves lagu. Going to speak of crying in front of the Guru. How one will feel that he is lagu? How one can realize? How we can give up all our designations and pride?
When one will realize that he is lagu, then he will be able to see how heavy is Guru. As long one is not realizing that he is lagu, he will not be able to see how heavy is Guru.
It's a fact, we are not realizing that we are lagu. So how we will realize what one should do?
And that is also mercy. That also depends on mercy.
But we will just sit like that, full of pride, like the frog in the well, thinking I know, and then how the mercy will come to such babas?
One will suffer, then mercy will come.
Is it the only way? Because it is said three types of intelligence is there. So the first one, just by hearing, you will realize, okay, so much suffering is involved with misbehavior, so I will give up. But is it the only way for us? We just have to really suffer and then understand.
And if someone is not able to understand after hearing, so he has to suffer, then he will understand.
But just suffering will not make it, will not do. If one is not hearing, just suffering.
No, he will not be able to understand why he is suffering.
Gurudev, Pap is totally useless, but you mentioned about punya as well. And you said that one goes for bhakti path, we don't interested in punya and Pap. If one is not on topmost level, following proper high level standard, bhakti, anubhakti, then some punya is useful in the path because it's coming automatically.
This punya, pious activities will not help to get bhakti. By punya karma, by pious activities, one can get more happiness in this material world. Material happiness one may get, but you will not get that spiritual happiness unless you will go for bhakti. Therefore, the punya karma will not help get spiritual happiness.
To continue this question, one should have some type of ability, he should be capable to do something. So this is one type of piety. If one is able to, I don't know, cook or understand, his intelligence is working, or like he is able to do some activity nicely. This is one type of piety. Because if a person is totally unable to do, he is very calm, and then he can also not do really practice of bhakti. Is it so? But I think maybe Prabhu is referring to this type of one should be having some type of ability.
That ability he can use for the pleasure of Krishna.
Yes, I'm saying, but if one is not having the ability, what he will use? His dumbness.
Simply he can chant. If he cannot do anything, no ability is there, simply he can chant.
So it's not dependent at all upon piety at all. Because I know some devotees, they think in so many years I've been practicing and still I'm suffering from, still I'm not getting some nice standard of life and like that. They kind of unsatisfied. They think, yeah, but I did bhakti, so maybe I should get some piety. So they see bhakti as the source of this material piety. But is it not just namaparat? Namaparat will give material result. So this is just misconception in their mind.
Yeah.
Maharaj, it always says, the Acharya is not different from Krishna. Why do we see so many Acharyas they disagree with each other?
So many?
Acharyas, and they don't agree even with each other. They don't, there is no necessarily union between all the Acharyas, I think. So, if the Acharya is not different from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we should see him with the same eye. Why there is difference of opinion between acharyas? They're not necessarily in harmony, or they're not necessarily one.
Why Acharya will differ?
They disagree with each other.
Why? Why there will be disagreement if there are Acharyas?
If it's all supposed to be one Krishna, then why they are not necessarily, why sometimes we see maybe even, I don't want to say quarrel, but complete disagreement.
No, if Krishna is one, and to get Krishna, the path is one, then why Acharya will differ? All the Mahajans, they say same thing. Path is one, Krishna is one, so to get Krishna, the process also one. So why there will be difference? There should not be any difference. So Acharya should not differ. All the Mahajans who are there, they are saying the same thing, one thing, they are not saying different thing. The Mahajans, they are not saying different thing, they are saying one thing. If there will be different opinion, then there will be different types of munis. Nana muni, nana not, jata not, tata not. They will not be considered as acharya.
Even you can say ISKCON and Gaudiya.
Huh?
Even you can say the difference, big separation between ISKCON and Gaudiya. They're all coming from, they're all acharyas coming from almost same cyclic succession, and they don't even associate together. They're not even have friendly relationship. Apparently, for the Bhaktas it looks like.
What is Gaudiya Math and Vishnu? What is the difference between Gaudiya Math and Vishnu?
No, I mean, the devotees told me give an example, so I'm giving this, for instance, this example. Even 20 years ago there was a disagreement between Govinda Maharaj and his godbrothers. 21 years, 20, more than 20.
This is unfortunate state.
This is due to because they are not all acharyas, therefore they are fighting.
Isn't it, Guru Maharaj, is just because they consider themselves as acharyas, or others consider them as acharyas, and then there is an apparent fighting between acharyas, but there are no acharyas there.
There should not be any fight, misunderstanding between the acharyas. Why there will be disagreement?
This means that if there is some apparent fighting between acharyas, one of them at least is not an acharya.
Or both are not acharyas, I mean both are not, or one of them.
Maharaj, just to clarify, you said one sentence like that. If one will chant Samyak Kirtan, then his anarthas will go. So it appears that one can chant Samyak Kirtan even on the stage of anartha integrity, not having been purified. He's still able to chant Samyak Kirtan.
He's not actually doing Sankirtan. Samyak Kirtan is not going on. Why he will become, he will have anartha? Samyak Kirtan is going on, Guru Kirtan is going on, then anartha will go. Why anartha will be there? That means Kirtan is not right.
There are some statements also when Krishna will appear, or the son of Krishna will appear in the heart, and all the impurities will go.
Yeah.
So it is a similar statement, yes, as is Samyak Kirtan, because Samyak Kirtan means Krishna is present in the name.
Yeah.
It's actually transcendental. So this is again the mercy of Sadhu. This is again this wisdom.
Yeah, always we need the mercy of God. For everything we need mercy of God.
В лекции вы сказали, что семейные отношения там, и так далее, с друзьями, все временно, и Гуру всегда остается с нами. Получается, что в духовном мире всегда Гуру будет с нами, и мы будем служить под его руководством.
So our material friendly relations, they are temporary, and Guru in spiritual world is constantly with us. So it means in spiritual world we always remain with Guru constantly. So if in material world our friendly relation is temporary, they will be finished. And in case if we come to spiritual world, then we remain with Guru constantly there.
Yeah. Our relationship with Guru is eternal one. Always we can see the presence of Guru. Always we can see the presence of Guru with us.
In spiritual world, we remain like with Guru or with Krishna. How is the relation?
If we are with Guru, then we are in spiritual world. We are not in material world. Guru is not in material world. Guru is always in spiritual world. And we are with Guru then we are also in spiritual world.
You said that to come to our goal, like come to higher stages, we have to serve Krishna 100%. So I'm very far from that, of course. But how we can know that? How much I'm really serving? How we can know? Because we can't see it that far. It's like very far from me. So.
How much your desire is gone. From that you can understand how much you are serving Krishna. How much your material desire is gone, from that you can understand how much you are serving Krishna. If your desire is 50% still there, that means you are serving 50%. If your desire is 25%, then you are serving 75%. If your desire is nil, then you are 100% serving Krishna.
Thank you, Guru. it is said Krishna is not different of Nantra, the holy name is not different from Krishna. Now during japa, still Krishna is not appearing, some deep taste is not there. So sometimes the devotees ask, can we pray during japa? Sometimes you say yes, of course one can also pray. But for me it seems to be also a disturbance, like if I'm praying during japa, I'm not hearing properly the name. So my question is it like to cry for Krishna that he appears during japa? Is that on the soul platform and not disturbing our japa so that we can hear properly?
How it will disturb japa? If you are praying from the core of your heart that you are not able to see Krishna at the time of chanting, and that time you are lamenting or you are praying or crying, how it will disturb japa? And then your japa will be nice.
My japa will be like 4 hours because during all the mantras I cannot see Krishna. So it means before and after each mantra I will pray and like Krishna please appear to me, and then I will chant one mantra, then again he will appear, then that time I don't have.
That will take 1 day or so.
Because another will blame me, because my wife will blame me. My mom is coming to services.
Then you cry.
Can it not go simultaneously, like the soul is somehow in the humble state of mind, crying?
When you are chanting, you are not able to see Krishna, that means my japa is not nice. That you should feel this now. That is feeling, it is feeling that I am not able to chant myself. So you should cry and chant.
I will try more.
Hare Krishna. Yesterday you said that you shouldn't associate with anyone who not only wants to serve Krishna, who has desire only to serve Krishna. But then how do you know who only wants to serve Krishna? And then maybe there's not so many people who only want to serve Krishna. You might not have any suggestion.
Then you just associate with your Gurudev and with Krishna in your mind always. If nobody is there to associate, just you associate in your mind with Krishna and Gurudev.
Expand the answer you gave to Param Purush Prabhu, that the desire will go, the material desire will go, by that one can judge that he is doing more Krishna seva. So, is it so that those who have less material desire, they are more qualified for bhakti?
Yeah.
But how they became like that? By doing some other processes, they cannot become free from desire. So means they did some bhakti before.
No, they will do bhakti, more desire less.
But if we see somebody, because you see that this society is there, and some new person would come, join, and immediately accept, embrace the process, and sincerely start doing it. And we see somebody like myself hanging around for many years, and very little development, if at all. So then I'm asking about this qualification, where it comes from. Like in a so-called new person, this qualification of having less desire, is it the result of doing bhakti previously?
Yes, due to this past sukruti, you will come to sadhu, Guru. By Guru's mercy, you will be engaged in seva. So, this depends on sukruti, past sukruti.
But this sukriti is nothing to do with this punya karma, right?
No.
This is bhakti mukhi.
Bhakti.
Bhakti mukhi sukriti, if I understand correctly, means somebody did something in connection to service or to sadhu.
Yeah. Yes, he's always giving comments.
So many people become vegan now in society. So many people become vegetarian, vegans. So is this because of our religion?
Yeah, some preaching is going on. Some teaching is going on. Therefore, people are becoming vegetarian. But that is not enough. To become vegetarian is not enough.
Like 150,000 people every year.
Yeah, 150,000 vegetarian only they use. They are not having bhakti. They use of becoming vegetarian. There are so many also outside our society. They are also vegetarian. That doesn't mean that they are bhaktas. Bhakti is something. Only because vegetarian is not bhakti. Okay, thank you.